𝒶𝓃ℎ. It is so amazing that you're here. I can't believe this, okay, because there is such a teeny tiny little chance that you are here, and that more than one person is listening to this is so infinitely small that the chances that you'll be hit by lightning are probably just as big. And I would like to have any person who has a lot of knowledge in statistics come to me and tell me if that is right or wrong. The thing is that it doesn't matter at all. And something that I just heard right now is science isn't as objective as they tell you they are. Okay, so how do I know that? Double slit experiment. The double slit experiment showed that an electron can be a wave or it can be a particle, depending on how you want to observe it. And science is just proving now what people have been saying for millennia, not because what they've been saying for millennia is right, but because when you do a scientific experiment, all outcomes exist in 100% possibility, and the more you believe in the outcome that you want to create, the more likely it is that you are actually going to create the results under that will prove the theory. Okay, so that is the reason why so many scientific experiments are very it cannot be proven again, not because sometimes yes, someone lied about the results, but in other cases, if you don't believe in the outcome, you will actually not get the results that someone else has produced because you don't believe in it. Then you're not going to do it. If you are open and curious about any kind of outcome, you will receive interesting results, but someone else is trying to prove you right will prove you right, and someone else is trying to prove you wrong will prove you wrong. And it doesn't make the experimentation or the science wrong at all. It just means that every person who does the experiment will create the results that they're looking for. That is the science, and it is like for me now it's so hilarious because I was the scientist. I studied at the most prestigious school in Switzerland, university, and it was hard. There was so much that you had to learn, and in the end it was just I don't call it learning anymore, I call it remembering. All you are doing is remembering. You're remembering the things that you already know that were lying in the quantum together in the field where you were before you incarnated. But you are now at the frequency that you can ingest that information and it turns into knowledge. So, and that is all that science is you are remembering what is in the field of your frequency and putting it down into numbers, into graphs, into analytics, statistics, and getting whatever results that you want to get. And yes, so science isn't bad. And right now it is catching up with the spiritual field. The thing is that everything is and anything is possible. You just have to be in the right dimension, in the right frequency, in the right place at the right time for that thing to happen. And I know that in another dimension pigs can fly because they were born with wings, and the aerodynamics are correct that that's possible. And I'm not saying that it can't happen here, although if you put it on a screen and it's like in a movie that pigs are flying, isn't it true that pigs can fly? it's just not the way that you expected it to be. And so there are lots of things that have come along where you are expecting something and the outcome has turned up differently. And actually I just gave this reading to my friend today. In the Angel Tarot cards, the 5 of Cups came out, which was all about the 5 of, here. So it's the 5 of Water. I hope you can see that. And it reads, things are not turning out the way you'd hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. Okay, and this goes into the scientific experiment as well, is that when you are attached to the outcome and the results that you are trying to get, but it doesn't come in the way that you want it to, that you can get frustrated, but it's because you're not seeing the bigger picture. Rejection is just redirection. You are meant to be going in a different place, and that is where bigger and better lies. And if you're resonating with me right now, that is because you feel this in your bones, you feel this in your body, that all of the places, all of the things that have gone wrong for you have actually given you a new direction and a new possibility, and created something even bigger and better and more abundant than you had before. So that is the plot twist, that the door's closed for a reason, not because it's a punishment, but because you were that was a place that you were going towards, but it wasn't in alignment with your soul. You were following someone else's dream, you were creating someone else's dream, and it wasn't the path that you were meant to go on. And so it got really uncomfortable for you, and you didn't take a lot of steps back. You might have taken a few steps sideways, but you never take any back, because as life is a spiral, not a circle, you have gone around 360 degrees, but you have also elevated 2 meters. So you have arrived in the same place if you look at it from above, but if you look at it from the side, you're in a different position. You are at a higher level because you've remembered a lot of things along the way. You've remembered what you don't want, and you have remembered some of the things that you do want. Now, this challenge that you have right now is to follow what you do want. And I want you to do this for 24 hours. Stop thinking, start feeling. What is it that I feel like I want to do now, today, for 24 hours? That's it. And yes, okay, you might have some children that need attention because they're small. What I ask of you then, and if you don't like changing dirty diapers, that's fine. That's human. However, I'm asking you to make a game out of it. Okay? Change the dirty diaper faster, or create a different story around it, or put on some music to make it more fun. But I challenge you for the next 24 hours to do things in a fun way, or do the thing that just excites you and ignites you for right now. Okay? And so it is called living alive as fuck. Okay? And I hope I can, I won't get, no, it's okay. I just have to have that word censored in the text. But anyway, that is what you're here to do. You are here to live a life abundantly. You are the light. You are the ancient light of the universe. Everyone is, but you are remembering that you are. You feel it. You feel the end when you connect with other people, that it isn't an intellectual connection, it is an energetic connection. And that connection is so meaningful and so special, and because you are sensitive. You wouldn't be resonating here with me if you're not sensitive. How do I know? Because I am. Okay, and so that is what we're here to do today. And yeah, so my friend, she got the 5 of Water, and then I asked for another card, actually an angel card for her, and it was so funny because Metatron came out. Oh, there we go. The dreamer. And you are here to dream the dream. It's the Fool cards in the tarot, but so it's more beautiful. I think it's more beautiful. And like, if you look at the dragon, if you look at the portal, life is a portal. Every single decision that you make is a portal. And it says here, leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Again, together with the Cups card is the Five of Cups, is things aren't turning out the way that you hope they'd turn out, because you're not seeing the bigger picture. But when you do see the bigger picture, you can like laugh at your own ridiculousness. Because I mean, I laugh at my own ridiculousness of my past self, which is so funny. Okay, so the meaning of the card is sadness, the Five of Cups, or the Five of Water, and this might be at the end of a relationship. So there is something that is coming to an end, a relationship, an important relationship for you. That's what I'm hearing, and it is because it's not in alignment with you anymore, because you have released a lot of masks and protections and people pleasing. And so the people you used to please don't like this new version of you, because you aren't accommodating to their wishes or their needs anymore. And so like in their perception, you're being selfish. However, if you like turn that and reframe it, isn't like you are taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself. And so if you aren't taking care of the other person and their wishes, what part of it is selfish? Okay, I'm gonna let you sit with that. So and you might also be wishing you could change your past, but the past is behind you, and the past has led you to this now moment. If you had made a different decision in the past, you wouldn't be here right now. And because I know that you love being here right now, then that means that the past is in the past. And when you're grateful for that, because it gave you everything that you needed, there was a lesson in there for you to be where you are right now. That is to be obsessed with your life, which is a good obsession. Okay, so there's another meaning to this, is obsession. So there are good obsessions, and there are obsessions that are more destructive, on a destructive level. But when you're obsessed with living your life as the new human and the 5D luminary that you are, you get to create this new earth where leading is by frequency, not by the loudest person screaming at the top of their lungs, not the person who is voted because they are liked, but the person who actually has the right frequency. And because every single person born on this earth has a frequency of 1, because every single person is has this specific frequency that only they can inhabit, and that only they can like create the most amount of light out of, that gives them the permission to step into a role that is of the same frequency. And so that is what's called synarchy, because everyone is the same. You don't need the leader who is leading because they think they are a good leader. You need the leader who is actually good at leading exactly what needs to be led right now, and then when that job role is over, that person, that frequency can go and do something else. So it is just a natural calling of the frequency that everyone embodies. So the Five of Water says things may not have turned out the way you expected. Be careful not to focus too much on the negative, as there's a positive in every situation. You may be missing the silver lining. Fighting or trying to ignore change doesn't serve you. Instead, have faith that everything happens for a reason. Of course, it's healthy to grieve what has been lost, and that's actually really, really important. Okay, so you are allowed to grieve the idea of the future that doesn't exist anymore, and thank it, because there's higher and better out for that for you. So actually, like, grieve, and then be excited for what's coming, because what you were envisioning as the outcome is actually smaller and is like what is coming for you is going to blow your mind so much that you actually won't even want that old outcome anymore. And so you can take the time to heal. The thing is that you are already whole. You have all the puzzle pieces inside of you. You have all the answers. That you don't need to heal ancestral wounds and go back into regression or go back into the past, because the past doesn't exist anymore. You heal when you are present. You heal when you are the gift of yourself and the light of yourself and basking in the light of your frequency, because that is where your clarity lies, and that is where you are. That is the present. So reach out to friends, family, and wise counselors for support and comfort if you need that. But then together with the dreamer, so this is Metatron, and the angels bring you this card because you're entering a new and exciting phase of your life. So congratulations. The old is over and the new is here. And believe in yourself and know that the benevolent universe wants you to succeed. It's time for faith and commitment to your dreams. Take any necessary steps to move forwards with confidence, because you have the confidence already inside of you. It is innate. You don't need to go and find it. You don't need other people's validation to tell you are confident. You can just embody the version of yourself that is confident, because that person already exists. That version of you already exists. And so you get to listen to your own inner guidance about following your dreams. And that actually all comes back to what I said a few moments ago about you have been following other people's dreams. And that is why the door closed in front of you, because it wasn't your dream. And now it's time to be open to information from others regarding the detailed steps to take. You may need an additional input or guidance from an expert before proceeding, but don't let this stall your forward moment. Actively seek the insight that you need. So this is about creative solutions, unexpected opportunities. That's amazing. And assert your independence. You might need some optimistic approaches to challenges, whatever that means for you. However you interpret it and see that from your lens and your perspective, just go into the mindset that everything is working out in your favor. So my Archangel Metatron, I'm going to show you the card again, and I hope you can see. Oh, wrong side. Okay, there we go. I hope you can see it. Metatron is the overseer of those who are new to the spiritual path and to young people who are spiritually aware. He is a wonderful guide to call upon to help you overcome awkwardness and fully commit to taking action and moving forward toward the fruition of your dreams. With Metatron's help, you can retain childlike awe, abundance with ease, and wonder while making your way in the world. Okay, so that was her reading, but I felt like this was a reading for everyone. And I hope you like that. I'm being called, although like it's getting dark, and it doesn't matter. I'm being called to pull a Maya Astro card for you. Let's see what the Mayans have to say about this new adventure that you are embarking on. Who is here to support you? What energy, what element is coming into your awareness right now that you should set your reticular activation system on? Okay, because there's not too many. Go. Right. It's their new cards, so sometimes it takes a little bit for them to pull out. Okay. So funny. It's the new moon. It's a new beginning again, like the Fool card. It's the new moon. And this was also the card from my friend's so crazy from her reading that I just did together with the other two cards. Okay, new moon number 14 on page 148, so maybe 148 is a number that someone needs to hear right now. New moon. At the time of the new moon, the moon is between the earth and the sun, so it cannot be seen from the earth and therefore appears dark. Now, a new seed is sown in our soul, which again passes through all phases of the moon, and a new lunar cycle begins. Again, the renewing moon energies often act on us like a rain of purification, give us new opportunities. I mean, we already had that reading about the new opportunities. And new projects, new friendships, or cooperations, and new living conditions. So the Fool, there are new things coming for you, and the old cycles being closed. And that, like the Five of Water, the Five of Cups, where you're crying over spilled milk because things haven't gone the way you want to, but now you're getting so many new opportunities. And so often the energies around the new moon are carried by an unexpected synchronicity and marked by surprises. Likewise, a new moon is also considered a symbol of second chance or rebirth, which we get once in every lunar cycle. Such a new moon is therefore the perfect time to reorganize oneself and to plan the next important steps for one's own happiness in life. The cleansing energy of the new moon helps us to reflect, refine, and also to completely finish a project that is not yet finished when we feel that the last spark is still missing. So the impulse for when you draw this card is cleansing, new beginning, planting a new seed, clarification, resolution, starting something new, clearing the air, resolving conflict, creativity, rebirth, second chance, final completion of a project. Okay, so I think this reading is also complete, and I know you heard what you needed to. I'm not going to do like a message, like this is the message of the whole reading, because everyone heard something different. They heard what they needed to, and if you come back to this message, you'll actually you'll receive a different message from it. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me, like for being on this journey with me, because I am having so much fun creating these videos for you. I had no idea that this was going to be so much fun. And if you liked it, please consider giving me the energy back of if you got any value from this. And you know that now there's like the step that's cleared for you. There's a link to PayPal donation in there, so please consider giving me a donation to give the energy back, so that you can complete the energy exchange, or pay it forward to someone else. That's also fine. It's just unless it's actually something that I want to do at a later point, is create a video about Aini. But anyway, I love you. Thank you so much. If you want a personal reading, all the links are in the description box below. And I am so grateful for all the opportunities that I have been receiving in the past week, and I know that there are so many more out there for me, and so there are for you as well. So enjoy the next 24 hours. Comment in the box what you did in the last 24 hours of just living alive as fuck, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. So follow, like, subscribe, and if you feel called to, I'd love to keep you around. Okay, much love, blessings, hasta luego.
Thank you for listening to the Wyrdisch podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider sharing it with a friend or leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Join us next week for a deep dive into the history of witchcraft in Europe.
Every crazy thing you've seen, every vision, every dream, nobody would believe me. That's your energy, vibration and frequency. You're not broken, you don't need healing. You're the one you're looking for, darling. You don't need saving, you need reminding. You're already hard alive.